Hey, Kai, I've just had a lot on my mind, so I just wanted to share some thoughts with you. I was going to write it down, but thought, yeah, let's do a video easier. Um, Basically, just trying to organise, a lot of things in Perth, surrounding different issues for our people. And it's really hard when you have, people in influential positions, downing us at the grassroots level and bad mouthing us while pretending in front of our faces, And these people are pretty easy to pick, but it's just really sad when you're out there fighting and trying to make a difference and you have these people there, and even though, you get told try and ignore it and we all, support each other and say just don't let it worry you, you can't help it because it does. Because, like everyone knows, all youth mob, all grassroots activists, it's hard work and it's a lot of sacrifices, and people don't fully appreciate what we actually do on a daily basis, and put ourselves out there and put ourselves on the front line where we cop all the flack, and people ring us, to expose things, and, because we're the ones that are out there and people see our faces and things like that, well, we're the ones who cop it all. And I think it's just really sad when you have people out there who, instead of being honest and upfront, sit there, and go to gatherings and national conventions and state conventions or whatever, and we'll talk about us grassroots activists. And, it's because of people like us that true change comes about in the political arena. Because if people aren't fighting at the grassroots level, whether you're black, white, whatever, well, there's no change that comes about, because real movement comes from the people on the ground, And I think that people out there, and they know who they are, the ones I'm talking about, if you want to carry on like that and be like that, well, don't accept positions, on national bodies and things like that. I think it's really sad when, you've got things like people like that just, promoting the wrong message and the wrong thing, yet they're quick to ring you up for some advice or guidance on an issue, that they're working through. And what's really sad is, like growing up, we never had toys, and we didn't want toys. Dad worked hard and he was like, no, you can go and play in the bush. So we had everything we needed for sports, did athletics, netball and stuff, softball and stuff. Boys done footy and all of that. But, like in school, you'd sit there and you'd listen to the social studies teacher talking about Captain Cook, and over here in Perth talking about Captain Stirling and the discovery of Australia and stuff. And it's like, it was really hard as a kid to sit there and listen to that, because our dad always taught us, if you feel right about something, well, then you fight all the way. And if you know that you're right, well, you keep fighting all the way and do things, to stand up for what it is that you actually believe in. Because hearing things like that with social studies and, all through school and stuff, I couldn't understand how they could teach that kind of stuff. And it's because of things like that, and our great activists, like Uncle Lenny Colbung, rest in peace, and all the others, that had a big impression on my life, man, as mentors. And this is why I do what I do, because it's the right thing. And all through my life, I've always debated and argued and carried on and argued the point with people and with government and with people up there, because it's like, how can they keep treating us the way that they do, and like the rest of Australia just lets them get away with it? I don't understand how so many of our people can sit back, because this is our culture. And when it comes to being a Noongar boy, I love being a Noongar. I'm a proud Noongar, a proud Yorga of the Derby Yurigan. My grandfather's country here, like I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And I love being a Noongar so much that I will not sit back and allow people to walk over us the way that they try and do on a daily basis. And I'm honest. And if that offends people out there, well, then that's their problem, not mine. Because I'm going to do everything in my power, and work with all our other mobs like Noongar 10 Embassy and Black Action Group and Destin Custody Watch Committee and West Australian Nuclear Free Alliance and others, to try and make a difference for our people. Because I'm not going to sit there and work my ass off to have all of this materialistic stuff like buy a house, buy a flash car, buy technology that's going to change in the next month, all this stuff, when that's not important to me. And I'm really sick of people giving out that wrong impression of me, like I demand people listen to what I have to say and things like that. No one got to listen, but I have the right to speak from my elders. So I'm going to keep speaking until that right is taken away from me. You know, and if people have a problem, you should talk to me, have a coffee, pick up the phone, because I'm not an idiot and I'm a very mature person. And if I'm wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong. But if I'm right, I'm going to argue the point right with whoever wants to step across my path, because that's what I was born to do. And I'm not going to step down very easily. And all these people out there that want to keep downing us for what we do, well, that's shame on you, because this is our culture and this is our life. You know, and this is what we want for the rest of our lives, is our culture. We're Nyungas. We're not white, you know, and we're never going to be, regardless of the colour of our skin. You know, we got Nyunga blood in us, you know. And I just, oh my God, I'm just so frustrated at the perception that people have of us, you know. And I'm sick of all these organisations and all of these bodies that make it look like we're troublemakers when, you know, it's the passion and the fire in the belly for our culture that keeps us going and going and going, you know. And sometimes we're on our own, but who cares? As long as you're honouring the strengths and sufferings of your ancestors, your culture, your old people and your people, your family, your kids, you know, well, then you should have satisfaction in your heart. And instead of sitting on the couch or sitting around feeling sorry for yourselves, you should get up and fight, because we have so much fun. Yeah, there's blood, sweat and tears, you know, and monarch harassing us and things like that. But we do what we have to do to honour who we truly are. And if that offends people, well, that's shame on you. And all you so-called people up there, you know, that are pretenders and stuff like that, materialistic, superficial coconuts, that's all yous all are. And yous have no idea what it's like to live the lives that we do, because yous are token Aboriginal people who get through by the colour of your skin, because your colour of your skin doesn't reflect who yous kind of people really are. Yous are sellouts and coconuts, and yous all know who I'm talking about, you know. I'm just, all yous mob out there, you know, come on, just, you know, start getting up, because this Colin Barnett want to push through this native title offer too, and Swallows, you know, the Land Council. And we can't let this happen. And we need to rally, and we need to lobby, and we need to start smoking, you know, the stuff out of this whole place to get rid of all these evil spirits, bad energies around us all, man. You know, start getting back into culture and doing all of these cultural activities and just going to the bush and just doing things. You know, instead of sitting in front of the TV or the computer or whatever, or on the phone there sitting, you know, texting away or Facebooking or whatever. You know, this is our life, man. And if you want your kids and your grandkids and your great-grandkids to experience the beautiful culture of what our people have and have saved forever, well, you really need to start standing up and start coming in and start rallying and lobbying and marching with us, you know? Because at the end of the day, you know, this is a fight for no deal, man, you know? This is a fight to save our culture. It's not a fight about Marianne or Nyunga 10 Embassy or any of our groups or individuals. It's a fight about us as a people. And it's as a people, together, walking together. Because at the end of the day, if you're a proud Nyunga, you know, start standing up with us, because this is just getting ridiculous. Hey, you got all these people out there just bad-mouthing and giving out the wrong ideas about us all, when we sacrifice a lot to do what we have to do, you know, to do what we do. And we do it because of that passion and love for our people and culture and, you know, and our rights. And it's a struggle, but we get through. And I'm pregnant with number 5, and nothing's going to stop me from going and going and going, you know. So I'm telling you now, if I can do it, if all our mob can do it, Sister Nessa, Auntie Maureen, everybody, you know, Brother Herbie, if all of us can do it, well, you can all get up and do it too. Because it doesn't take much to stand up. It's easier than sitting down, you know. So just get up with us, you know, and come and do something. And, like, you know, if you're proud Nyunga, just stand up. That's all I can say. And to all those sellouts out there, keep selling yourselves out, because at the end of the day, yous will get punished by the spirits of our ancestors anyways. And those of us who walk the right path will be rewarded. All right. Peace, peoples. Out.